me. I have the honor to present at the same time the letters that we call my predecessors. Thank you. Mr. President,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, you started your 3 lessons already.
Good. I'm learning. So again,
so let me warmly welcome you to Ghana.
thank you.
Your own home.
I hope so.
And you are warmly welcome to start a successful tenure, taking over from our brother, the former ambassador. And he set quite a very high standard in terms of his period here in Ghana. I'm sure that you will go even higher than he did. I'll just mention a few issues that we're working on so that we can have continuity in some of what we're doing. And I want to express appreciation for the invitation by President Macron to visit France in the next few days for the official visit. We hope that that meeting would even raise the relations between Ghana and France to an even higher level. Aside from that, we're also attending the One Health Summit in Lyon, and so we'll go for the summit and from there pay the official visit. There are a few other issues in terms of our bilateral relation. One is the agricultural water management program. It's been a very helpful program. 20 dams have been rehabilitated, and it allows farmers to do all year round agriculture. One of the major problems of food security in Ghana has been the fact that we have a rainy season of about 6 to 7 months, and then after that it's dry throughout the rest of the year. So we find that farmers grow and harvest within that rainy season, and after that they have to sit for another 6 months doing nothing. And so we believe that if we deepen all year round agriculture, we should be able to double food production and produce enough food to feed ourselves. We also, with the kind intervention of President Macron, did a new acquisition of helicopters, 4 of them. 1 has been delivered, and we have a timetable for the delivery of the other 4. This is to help the air capacity of the Ghana military, which had been quite degraded over the years. And we have had to rely on aged equipment. And so the fact that Eurocopter has fast-tracked, the supply of the helicopters is something we are appreciative of. There's an outstanding program for the acquisition of offshore patrol vessels to enhance the capacity of the Navy to deal with the increasing incidence of piracy. And so that was a project that was ongoing until the debt restructuring came into place. And so we have been in discussion with the IMF, and we also, when I met President Macron, asked him to ask the IMF to give us a waiver to be able to acquire those offshore patrol vessels, because it has to do with security, and security is important. And so we are hoping that working with you will continue that discussion. The final one is about insecurity in the Sahel. It's a major concern to all of us. Ghana has been doing its bit to try to open a channel of communication with our neighbors. And since I came to the ECOWAS, I paid a visit to all the 3 countries. I paid another visit to Mali, and I believe that that has created a kind of rapprochement. It gives us the opportunity to begin a discussion on our common security. We had the Accra initiative in place, but it's the 3 countries have virtually withdrawn from the Accra initiative. And so what we're trying to do is to see if we can create a new framework for cooperation in the fight against terrorism. And so we held 2 successful meetings here. One was a summit on Sahelian security, and the 3 countries sent envoys to attend. After that, we had a meeting of special envoys on the Sahel, which was also successful. And so we've come out with a draft framework which we're circulating to all the partners to see if it can form the basis of a new collaboration in respect of working together against terrorism. Terrorism is like a cancer. If you don't deal with it effectively, it spreads. And so all countries that are joined in the fight against terrorism should be welcome to assist us in our common fight against terrorists. Because what is happening in the Sahel has the capacity to affect the whole of Africa, because you have Central Africa and even all the way down to Mozambique. There are issues to do with terrorism. And if these cancer cells join together, then it means that that will be the end of Africa as we know it. And so we would like to continue our cooperation. Ghana, we have a very good cooperation with France when it comes to terrorism, in terms of intelligence sharing, in terms of training, and we would want to continue to keep that work going. And so these are a few of the things I thought I would raise with you, but just to say you're warmly welcome.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, Mr. President. First, allow me to really thank you and the people of Ghana for the really great Akwaba.
I'm sorry for keeping you waiting that long.
No, I know. You wanted to have the best at the end. But yes, I really need to thank you and the people of Ghana for the great Akwaba I've received since my arrival a few months back. And Mr. President, Your Excellency, I really need to commend your leadership and congratulate you for the overwhelming success Ghana's received in New York recently for the Declaration on Transatlantic Slave. Congratulations, really, félicitations, comme on dirait en français. And it is not a surprise that ECOWAS has chosen you because of your leadership to lead soon, and we are waiting for that, looking forward for that, the African Union. Mr. President, you said it all at the end of today, and my mission here is quite clear: to continue the relationship and strengthen it the way my predecessors have been doing so far. And you, as you said, it's amazingly important for the President Macron that this relationship and partnership, I will say, continue and be strengthened further. And it will be in all fields you've just referred to. It will be in a political way, and I really hope that we are going to organize soon the political dialogue between France and Ghana, which have been seized before the COVID. And you talked about the political side, the economical side of our partnership. And again, thank you to you and your government for the trust of the industry, the French industry, and really I cannot be more grateful on behalf of my president and the people of France for that. We were talking about the security, and I am sure that France is, as you said, we are definitely ready to work closely with you, and we know how involved you are when it's come to security, the regional security, and by and large security in all the continent, African continent. We're ready. We know how terrorism is. We were a victim of that in France, so we are definitely ready to work with you on that matter. And it will be a very, very important visit. And thank you on behalf of the President Macron for accepting his invitation to come to France on the 8th of April, but as well of the 7th of April in Lyon, because I think that all the international community and my country first will benefit of your initiative when it's come to Aqua Reset initiative. So again, thank you. And we are here, all the French team, we say Équipe France. AFD is not here today, but all the program you talked about agriculture, about energy, about empowering women and the youth as you wanted it, because that was your priority. We are ready. We are waiting for you to really tell us where you need us, where you want us to be present, and we will be. Thank you, Mr. President. Really, merci.
Thank you.
And so at this stage, they'll be doing what we call the photo opportunity. And this is symbolizing the official start of work by Her Excellency Diarra Dime-Labille, who is the ambassador to France. The conversation centered on the bilateral relations between the two countries and economic engagements. The President leveraged on some of his bold policy initiatives, agric mechanization. You know that the President's campaign promise, one that was centralized on creating opportunities, was the 24-hour economy, under which government intends to irrigate the Voltairean Basin under the Feed Ghana initiative. Just a few days ago, he inaugurated the commissioning for the construction of the agric mechanization centers, which will create opportunities for many farmers who don't have access to inputs and, of course, seedlings and some of the chemicals that will help them to nurture